Okay, everyone, it is me, Flome, here back with another video, and today we're going to be playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars, so yeah, let's go. Oh wait, view weekly awards. Duncan Cummings has AFC offense. Oh, never mind. Nah, I don't feel that special.
Like, there's no one else in the AFC.
Yeah, there is. Andrew
Who else
Goff.
is in the AFC?
Andrew Luck.
Hang on, I gotta go in your stream.
I don't know.
New window. Go here. Flome. I'm looking. What?
A big.
Is this the other user player?
Huh?
I said, who else is in the AFC? That's
Oh.
user.
No, me. Nobody. No, nobody else.
Yeah, that's my point.
It's kind of sad that me and you are in the AFC and then Lucci and Faison are in the NFC. Kind of, I want there more competition, you know. Not that you're already, not that you're, you know, not trying to say that.
I mean, like, we could just roast each other every game.
No. I'm good with that.
Why not?
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. And
Wait,
you're
can we
tuned
actually
into
make a custom
Madden
schedule?
19 on EA Sports.
Can you actually make a custom
On
schedule?
tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock
Wait, Madden
Stadium
19 is on the
in
PC.
Miami. Standing by for the
Yes,
call.
Madden.
Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's a rainy game, of course. I mean, it's always raining in Miami, so what do I
Thank you,
expect?
Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The
Each is
scene
winning.
a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars
I wonder where's Matt Moore.
and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles
You know who
Davis.
Matt Moore is?
Charles, you look at the Dolphins as
You know
they
who Matt
enter
Moore is?
play in this one. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're
No,
off to a 4-0
quarterback.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the
He
way.
led the Dolphins
You
to
can't
the
win Super Bowl
playoffs,
in
and
September,
I think
but they're
where they
telling
lost to
everyone
the
that they're going to
Steelers
be there in
really
the
bad.
end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, we're in October now. So
I only remember him
everything-
'cause he looked
everybody
shit
should
that
be
game.
coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now
Third.
is a full routine established about what you want to get done.
I said I only
and
remember
full
him because he was doing
focus
shit
on the
that game
season.
against the Steelers.
I recognize his name, but I don't think.
It probably is.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA
No, he had
Sports.
number 8, I think,
That'll
on
be
the
taken
Dolphins.
in the
Yeah.
end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the
In real
23-yard
life?
line. So here come the
Damn.
Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best
He
friend?
should.
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I
Yeah.
agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively.
I'm just saying, whenever New
that just
England
opens
looks at the
things up for
combine,
guys
they look
who
at the
want to
slowest
throw it.
receiver.
It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance.
Whenever
will
New
be a
England is in the
focus this
combine,
one.
they look
Yeah,
at the
they don't
slowest
want it all just
receiver they
heaped
could
on his
draft.
shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield.
I don't like
and
Jacksonville's
inside the
defense.
45.
They're scary.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him,
Yo,
as soon as
who
he
is
catches
that
the
man?
ball, then this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got
Please
the
do
speed
not
and
get
agility,
injured,
so good
Barkley.
with run
That's
after
all I
catch.
ask.
And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really
I hope
difficult to
Barkley
try and
does not
defend
get
him is
injured.
if
I'm
you
gonna make
wanna
sure the
press him
game
so that you
before
get
I
him
play
on the
you,
ground
I'm gonna
quickly
start
after the
Derrick
catch.
Henry because
A lot
I
of
do
times
not
he'll just
want.
run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
No, I'm doing that. He'll be back. Well, then shit, I
Off
lost.
the play fake. Cummings. From left side. caught
Godwin,
by
baby.
Goodwin.
That's my rookie receiver. Who the fuck is injured? Who's that? Nope, it's not Barkley.
A first down carry for Barkley. And right through it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school
I know
football
that
now? We got the top
Dude,
10
if
rusher
Reset
in the
to do
league.
a
He's
singing
sitting at
challenge,
number
he would
10,
fail.
But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Oh, shit.
That
That was my tight end.
there, but it's incomplete.
Or Zach Ertz, I'll get you the ball.
Defensively now for Jacksonville.
You have to compete with Gronkowski for your
numbers that
position.
they haven't liked. Number 30
Oh, shit.
in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that's a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing,
good
they
or
cannot
bad?
afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
So now 2nd and 10.
We want him
after
to
the
win so we could.
incompletion on first
We want
down.
him to win so we could beat face on.
To throw again. Cummings. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will take it. Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring.
Watch my
first
game,
and
bro.
ideal
Jacksonville's
drive
winning
right
by
there in
14.
The first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first.
So
drive
you're
now
saying
for
you
the
want me to get
Jags.
tailored, basically.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do.
Every
Lead his team to
every
a victory.
game with
Doesn't matter
Taylor
whether
was
he's
literally
throwing
life
it,
or death.
running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And now
They always had a close game.
For Jacksonville.
Let's take a look at tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins.
It was always a close game with Andrew. Andrew was literally like
to call him because it's a whole lot easier. 2nd tight end drafted in 2014, but production was really lacking.
Destroyed.
Until
Andrew
2017
destroyed.
with the New York Jets. Had 50 catches, which was more in his 2+ combined years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Green 39.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking
I don't
at
think he
a
was in the
third
call.
down.
Were you in the call me when we
Look
watched
at the starters
OU?
defensively for the Dolphins.
Were you in the
They
call
were
me when we
terrific a
watched
week
OU
ago
versus?
in that
No,
victory
yeah.
over Tampa Bay, Charles.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, dominating on their side of the ball.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
He'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
Oh, no, do not get injured. Oh, that looked like an injury play.
Line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner,
See, during
especially in the
rainy games,
second
I'm
half,
scared to
when you've
put
got a
Barkley
running
in.
back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings.
It's really not that deep.
Flushed out
Really
right.
not that deep. Blocked me. 3 receivers. Blocked for me.
10-yard pickup,
Thank you.
and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, he did a nice job.
See, my
keeping
receivers
his
actually
eyes
know how to block.
downfield, waiting for
That makes me
someone to get
happy.
open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Well,
Line
I
of
never asked
scrimmage,
you to
the
make me happy.
37 on 1st and 10.
No offense, Ed.
Throwing on 1st down. Cummings. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He got 29 yards that time.
But simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that.
What's the score?
On a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On 1st and 10. Cummings. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5.
You gotta make a field goal to win.
He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can
Come on,
step
Lucci,
up
how
and
do you do
fail.
it?
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 big plays in succession.
Yes, and move
Not sure
me,
this
move me,
D
move
knows
me,
what
yes,
hit him,
please.
but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it.
Lucci, you ass, nigga, how you
He's gonna
losing?
ball his way into the end
Lucci,
zone
you are
for
ass,
the
nigga, how you
Dolphins
losing?
score. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown.
Because,
of
nigga,
this
Lucci's
opening
ass,
quarter.
imagine.
And the Dolphins add on to their
Yeah,
lead.
nigga, you trash.
He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination
Andrew, are
right
you
there.
laughing?
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Word, Lucci.
And out now
How many
comes
times has Lucci had?
Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Word.
Back to throw here. Looking long for Westbrook. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often
'Cause you
talk
ass,
about
nigga.
offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, Cummings steps away to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go now. 3-19.
If you want to exit your game, do it now, nigga.
To throw on 2nd down, Cummings. And that's caught inside the 35.
That's Reese.
That one goes for 36 yards.
Oh, word.
Towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the
Nigga, I
matter
haven't
is,
left that game
that ball
since.
was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Complete to Jones. They showed off a nice juke in the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Lucci, get Hooters, bro.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Yo, Lucci, go get a Big Mac.
What's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like,
Lucci, go
any
get a
of
Big
them,
Mac and big
especially
fries.
if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag
Oh shit,
route,
they stopped the
something
run play. What the
short,
fuck?
shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost
Oh,
as
that's how you
screens in
stop
order
it.
to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Are you talking to me? Nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. You look like a Oompa Loompa, nigga.
Third down. Cummings escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's a
Oh,
touchdown
shit!
if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I got the
Nice play
biggest
there
nuts
to
in the
force the
universe.
incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the
bitch
road,
like that.
you
I got
absolutely
Berkeley,
have to
nigga.
get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get.
Oh, shit, did I get that?
Making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in
No.
bunches.
And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel
Andrew,
awesome going to the
Luci's
bench after
restarting
that
his game.
big play.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and 12.
bad, nigga,
First
you
play of the
bad.
drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Sorry, Lucci.
Here we go.
I'm just playing.
On second down, England. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Based on what are you
Down
doing?
he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set
what are
up
you doing?
third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right
That
here.
doesn't
in these
explain
first
what
few
you're doing,
drives.
though.
They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that.
Alongside the former
Nigga, we're
defensive back
joking.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. Now back to throw.
Really not that. It's not that deep,
He's
bro.
got the hook up to Lee. And they work this well up.
It's literally not that deep.
45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Bro, me and Lucci do
He's
it
such a
all the
good route
time.
runner.
Me and
Shows it
Lucci
there
do it all
on
the
third
time.
down.
It's
Very
not that
proficient
deep,
and a good
nigga.
pass.
And you know what I've observed over the
No,
years?
yes,
in the
I'm
NFL?
joking.
The better a route runner you are,
Bro, because
the more
Lucci does the
confidence
same
guys gonna
shit.
have in you to go to you in important times.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see
Bro,
about the
Lucci
call.
does the same shit. But Lucci does the same shit. Me and Lucci literally do the same shit at each other all the time.
Well, we
Nigga,
looked at
Lucci
each
does it
other
all
right
the
away. We
time.
knew that flag was coming out.
Exactly.
I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll set up to throw. And the return comes to
Nigga, me and FaceTime, listen. Me and Lucci make fun of each other all the time. Even on FaceTime in person too,
You know
nigga.
you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a
I
little
do
uncertain about
extra.
where to go with the football. And at this
I
level,
do extra.
uncertainty
Okay.
equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
throwing to start the drive. Cummings. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
That's the biggest
Maybe
bullshit I
that
ever
can
heard
give
in my
him a
life.
little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt.
Okay, then who?
Things
Who
go
else?
right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Gotta assume
Only
this
you,
defense
nigga,
will be
because you
charging
don't.
again
You,
here. It's
Lucci,
second
and FaceTime and
15.
Andrew are the only niggas I talk to.
Detroit!
From the
Wow,
gun.
nigga.
Cummings.
So now Lucci's all soft and shit.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
Lucci, you getting all soft now, nigga? Are you serious? Bro, Andrew, my nigga, do you think I became a different person
I think
since
it
I
all
became
came
a
together there. In-breaking route.
Andrew,
drove
no,
it with
I'm asking
excellent
Andrew.
pace. Money throw right there to move the
Andrew, you
sticks.
think I'm a different person since I...
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big
I don't
defensive
see it.
lineman
I
will
don't
take
see
the
it.
bait and move laterally and
don't
open
see
up a
it.
crease that they can run
don't
through.
see it.
Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to...
And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue.
So I make a few insults and then everyone starts crying
his
about it.
second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go! 3-19!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go! Green, 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now let's go! 3-19!
He'll drop to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this 1st half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And all the way in from Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. To throw on 2nd down. Cummings. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Cummings. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So the two teams, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Twisting away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Looking to throw. Cummings. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cummings. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All right, here we go.
Smith trying to run for it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking through. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Previous play is under review.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to throw. Cummings. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! Green, 39!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as they'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing on 1st down, Cummings. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a 1st down on that last catch as well. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
3-19!
Looking to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go!
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. A second nice move. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And incomplete on the deep ball. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of
Automatic first down.
situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Wilson wants to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Flushed out right. Hopkins, strong running. There's that man again. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. From the 2 now, second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The Dolphins get there this this time, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to win it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air